For all your TCG needs, make sure to check out sabatcg.com. What's good, everybody? This is Saber054 on the Whimsy Plays channel, TCG match with Boa Hancock. A lot of the times when I start with these videos, I say some random stuff, but I don't really have anything to report today. So let's get on with the match. We're playing against the Garp from OP2, red and black leader. So kind of a forgotten leader. A lot of types of leaders and cards are getting forgotten, I suppose. It's maybe part of the game. I don't know. I think Kaido is kind of being forgotten. Like the purple Kaido archetype hasn't really seen any cards, since the first couple of sets when you think about it. Got a few things in the EB1, I think, but it wasn't much. Like, because I got the deck in real life, I wanted to just try and build something, but it just doesn't really have much. It doesn't even have a searcher. Like, every damn archetype has the 1-cost searcher now. But Kaido doesn't even have a searcher. Only if you play like the blue-purple Kaido, you can use Who's Who. But like the purple Kaido doesn't have anything. Anyway. So, played the Navy Stadium, Marie Joie headquarters, or Navy headquarters. And that's from the starter deck 6, I believe. And hasn't touched my life yet, but he will, well, he's going to now, because I gotta have to let this go through, unfortunately. Got a bunch of cards in hand, but no 2K counter. So let's see, 5 Dons. I mean, I'm basically gonna, I suppose I'll drop something and drop the searcher too. This guy forced me to play first, and it's awkward for me most of the time when I play first with Boa. I want to play second. Might work out a little bit in this case, but again, like even a late game, when you're trying to drop those big characters, it's going to be awkward. So I'm going to, let's see, put you like this, and then drop the Weevil to draw 1. So now I do have a few counters in hand. Okay, so we have about an even amount of cards in hand. I'd like to say he does have the Stadium down too, which gives minus cost and does some other stuff. I mean, Stadiums basically fall into 2 categories in one piece. Either they're not really going to do much, and maybe that's better this way, or they're going to be too good and then eventually they'll get banned. That's about it. Because when you have a continuous card like this where you can continuously plus every turn off, it's not like Yu-Gi-Oh! It's not like other card games. You sort of pay cost to get shit in one piece, so when you can get things costly every turn, it'll add up. I mean, it's basically why the NA's lobby got banned. Alright, so let's draw with our leader, and I guess I'll attack for 5 and summon the Boa. Might as well do that. What you gonna do? Better discard something if you know what's good for you. I mean, does he really just not have anything where he doesn't know what to discard? You should, because you're going to get in the danger zone, and then, of course, when the bigger characters come, it's a lot harder to block with counters from the hand. So, what's next? He doesn't really let me get a bunch of board presence on board. He always destroys my guys. But he doesn't have much going on his board either. Let's see. If he summons something big, it's going to be good for me, so I can freeze that with Boa for a turn. And then when the really big cards come, I got the Red Rock. Kaido might be pretty good too as well right now. So Rob Lucci. Double removal. That's unfortunate. And I am going to discard Moria here. It always kind of pains me a little bit to discard this guy from the hand, because he's a +1 when you summon him, but at the same time, I gotta protect myself. I'm gonna summon different cards. Okay. So let's see. Yeah, you see, this would have been beautiful now if I could have summoned the big Kaido for 10. But I'm at 9, so it's gonna be awkward. And I can't even like summon Boa and use 3000 worlds too. Just really unfortunate. So I'm gonna have to put 3 dawns here. Attack. And that blocker, the guy from the film, one of the old One Piece films, I know what he does. He's gonna be kind of annoying in this case. It basically just counters you perfectly when you're trying to do like a dawn play like this. So he just had to discard 1 card and he still defended himself. It's too bad, but the dawn, the dawn, the available dawns I had to use just didn't work out because I played first. Anyway, but now I got like more cards than him and more life. So he needs to do something significant, but I mean, it's One Piece TCG, I mean, especially with my deck, it's pretty simple. Like if I'm playing against something that's really good, I'm gonna have trouble. If you play against something that's slow, that's not very aggressive, doesn't really generate card advantage, then Boa should dominate. Like this guy, he had a bunch of advantages and it's still sort of behind. So using the blocker dude to attack now. 8k. Well, I'll let you have it. I mean, can't do anything else, can I? I get the lucky trigger. Okay, that's something good. And he drops another blocker. So the question now is, do we... I mean, it makes sense to summon Kaido, right? Or should I do Boa and 3000 worlds? I'll freeze the Lucci again. And I will use 3000 worlds, get rid of the blocker, draw a card. And now, since this guy is already rested, can I murder him? No, he's still 5k actually. But I'm gonna just get him out of the way. He didn't defend him, okay. And then Boa, hit you for 8. Doesn't look like he has counters in hand. So I got the better board presence. We should be at about even life now. I don't know what he's waiting for. I mean, it doesn't look like you can counter. So what are you thinking about? Let's go through. And again, I got more cards, better board, got the same life. He's got the stadium down still, but Lucci can attack. I should summon the Kaido next turn, I think. It's about time. But, it's usually wise when you can play the Boa first to play her, since you can get the freeze and you sort of control the game from there. Attacks for 5. Well, all I gotta do is discard Sengoku. The, what's the dude called? The killer attacks. Well, I'm gonna block if you're gonna be 9k. And then Kizaru. Yeah, that's not really gonna do much now, is it? Interesting. So who do we summon? I mean, I've got Weevil. I can do Weevil and see what I'm gonna draw. I can't quite go for game. Well, I could if I maybe use the Red Rock on the Kizaru, but it seems a bit stupid, a bit overkill. I think I'm in a decent enough position still. I can just drop the big Kaido. Just put your asses, or one dude in hand at least. So the Kizaru, and still get a double attack. I'll possibly kill his character. So do you want to save the killer or not? You can decide. And then next turn it's game for sure. He shouldn't be able to defend himself. So Boa gonna kill the killer, and one swing for life. Has to accept that. So just one life left against two Boas and the Kaido. You guys should know what's gonna happen. Too far behind. I guess the only dangerous thing could be some sort of like Shanks rush drop now. Because then he'd be able to attack with that dude. But then he can't put dance on the other guys, so I should be able to block. I do have Mihawk in hand, but that's about it. So it seems like it's not going to be any of that. He's going to try and maybe destroy one of my characters. So there it is, okay. Talk about another forgotten card. Kuzan. He popped the Boa, but you know, I blocked the attack. The guy doesn't have rush, so it's the same idea. Won't be able to do anything else. So, left with one life. I can make 3 big attacks here. He's not going to be able to defend himself, and it's going to be a GG. Got it close, but I mean, I do have shitloads of cards in hand too. Kind of awkward, all these events. So yeah, he's gotta let it go through, and then Kaido, I doubt he'll even be able to defend against that guy. And it's a GG for me. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Sub to the channel, leave a like, share the video with your friends. See you guys next time. What-ay?